Basically, Deltarune Chapters 1 and 2 are the start of Toby Fox's follow-up to the incredibly popular Undertale. The player is put in control of Chris, who works with monsters of light and dark alike to seal fountains made of darkness while confronting a difficult question. Do your choices really matter? But first, how did we end up with a game that only has 2 chapters released? If you were active on the internet during the late 2010s, there was no avoiding the game Undertale. Created by Toby Fox, most notable for an Earthbound ROM hack and being a composer on the popular webcomic Homestuck, this 2D RPG sucked players in with engaging characters, an incredible soundtrack, and a world where the game mechanics themselves were canon. The game made you really feel your choices, like if you completed the gruesome genocide route by killing everyone in the game. Completing this feat corrupted your save file forever, providing a constant reminder of your heinous act. Unless, of course, you modified your game files. After its release, Toby never talked about any plans for future Undertale content. As a fan myself, I believe the game would be a standalone masterpiece I could return to time and time again for years to come. Besides, the community was providing plenty of content on its own. October 30th, 2018. The Undertale Twitter starts posting some weird stuff, and everyone's losing their mind. The next day, on Halloween, boom! Deltarune Chapter 1 is released. No warnings, no teasers, no nothing. Toby just drops this on us and dips. What the hell, man? It was now 3 years since the first chapter's release. COVID was still trapping us in our homes, and people were eager for any updates on the full game. September 15th saw Undertale celebrate its 6th anniversary with a livestream on Fangamer's YouTube channel. The livestream was mainly 3 people from Fangamer playing through Deltarune Chapter 1 with Toby barking in the back. The credits ran, and it seemed like the stream would end. That wasn't there before. Son of a bitch! He did it again! Turns out Toby decided to release the 2nd chapter early to help people get through the COVID pandemic, which I find to be really sweet. This release also revealed the plan for the full game, which would be 7 chapters long. As of October 2023, Chapter 3 is mostly completed, Chapter 4 is well on its way, and both will be released together rather than including Chapter 5 as originally planned. Unfortunately, I couldn't wait for the full release, as a poll on my community page decided now was the time to try out the game for myself. So sit back, relax, and let me tell you the start of the tale of Deltarune. The game starts off with an unknown being guiding your creation of a vessel. I was excited for this, and even found a hoodie I owned that matched one of the options. After answering some questions and giving it a name, it was then time to throw out the vessel and play as this random child. I was all excited. We were gonna match. It was gonna be a great time, but no, I don't get to pick a damn thing. The game actually has you play as Chris, a human kid being raised by Toriel in a town full of monsters. Deltarune appears to take place in a similar world to Undertale, but clearly the timeline is much different. Dang, even Toby was making his own AU. We arrive at the school and try and find a partner for a project when fate gives us Susie, a reptilian monster whose intimidating aura has even our teacher flustered. We're quickly paired up and receive our first task as partners by going to find some chalk, as it keeps disappearing from the class. So we step outside to find Susie having her morning snack, and she doesn't take too kindly to Chris's silent judgment. We're only saved because Susie feels Toriel doesn't deserve to bury her child. Yeah, that would be awful. At the supply closet, Susie and Chris find it's much darker than they remember, and seemingly endless. With no chalk in sight, or anything for that matter, they go to leave, but the exit is shut and the paper-thin floor crumbles beneath them. When Chris recovers, they find themselves in a strange new land, as well as their outfit and color palette changed. Initial exploration revealed snowy lands, crying walls, and odd shadows spying on us. We eventually reunite with Susie, who received a glow-up in style and saturation before being attacked by one of the odd shadows. The two escape down a waterfall and come across a seemingly abandoned town with a castle in it. Its sole occupant was a hooded figure claiming to be the Prince of the Kingdom of Darkness, where Chris and Susie were currently trapped. With their arrival, he proceeded to tell a legend of the land, known as the Legend of Deltarune. The legend explained that light and dark kept the world in balance, and if this balance was ever threatened, then 3 heroes would appear to seal the fountains and banish the angels' heaven. You know, typical vague prophecy. The prince also explained his castle had a dark fountain that gave the dark world its form, but a second dark fountain had appeared and threatened this great balance of light and dark. The prince believed Chris and Susie to be the heroes of light in the legend, and asked them to become Delta warriors.
Nah. What?
Susie was more interested in getting home than playing hero, but her mind quickly changed when a small guy named Lancer rolled up on a bike and called her a pussy. This led to our first battle, where I attempted to talk down the energetic fellow while Susie went for the kill. Lancer's bike quickly ran out of fuel, so he had to dip, but it was enough time to realize this team was going to be complicated. With Lancer gone, the prince revealed himself to be a fluffy friend named Rousey, but Susie was still set on heading out solo. Rousey decided to follow Chris's lead and was immediately helpful in teaching us different methods of combat. I won't break down all the differences of Deltarune's combat system compared to Undertale's, but I must say, having the ability to perform actions with multiple characters can lead to some of the most fun interactions. After navigating a few fights and puzzles, it became apparent we couldn't progress without Susie's help. But that also meant she couldn't progress without our help, and so Susie begrudgingly joined our team.
Yahoo! Susie's back on the team. Cue the fanfare. Wait, there's actually fanfare? I love them so much. I love this game!
We are gonna have to work on that killer instinct, though. The team then ran into Lancer again, who had been gathering minions to take us down. Susie was unimpressed with Lancer's attempts to scare us, and threatened to bite his face off to show him what scary really is. To her shock, Lancer actually took that as a lesson. The small guy became a real fan of Susie, to the point where our next couple encounters with him were all just attempts to gain the lizard girl's approval. Susie was clearly enjoying the appreciation, as after Rousey tried to guide Susie to act more like a hero, because her violent tendencies were actually getting us in trouble, she decided being a bad guy with Lancer was more appealing.
Are you finally ready to see what happens when you try to act soft against a team that can crush anyone in their way? Dark Jack Lancer, Violent Axe Susie. Together we are the Dark Fun Gang.
Susie can act tough all she wants. She's a fucking nerd, too. Just from all of that, she's a fucking nerd.
With the party now split, we continued through the forest with Rousey, while Lancer and Susie planned, scammed, and planned some more, sometimes with our assistance. It was becoming apparent that Susie was growing fond of Lancer, like when she didn't blame him when our evil plan was clearly awful, and blaming us for letting him get lost in a maze, as if she wasn't much better. Despite the antics of the Dark Fun Gang, a clash was imminent. So after blowing up our wonderful robot design in our faces, Susie gave us an ultimatum. If we and Rousey beat her and Lancer, she would become a hero again. But if they beat us, we would have to become bad guys ourselves. Luckily, Susie was quite susceptible to Rousey singing, giving us enough time to make Lancer like us and forcing them to yield. Susie rejoined our team, but Lancer became worried their friendship would break now she was back with the good guys. So Susie quickly invited him to join the team as well, much to his excitement. He even shared his special stool form with us as thanks. Once we were in sight of the castle and its dark fountain, however, his tune quickly changed.
Are you sure there isn't another way home? The fountain is being guarded right now. If you try to go there, you might get hurt and...
What? What? Come on, Lancer. No one's gonna beat a team like us. If anyone gets in our way, all we gotta do is crush them.
I think I need to go.
Huh? When are you gonna be back?
Never.
Hey! Wait a second!
Confused, Susie chased Lancer towards the castle, with Rousey and Chris close behind. Lancer managed to make it behind the castle gates, but the rest of us were surrounded and captured. Chris ended up in a cell with Rousey, and escape seemed hopeless. However, Susie managed to convince the warden to give her the keys, and using our amazing X-ray vision, we gave Susie the puzzle solution to help her escape. With the power of imagination, we watched as Susie confronted Lancer, who revealed he was the one who had everyone arrested. Feeling betrayed, Susie tried to fight him, but it was clear Lancer was not interested. And eventually, neither was Susie. Turns out Lancer's dad was the king, so Susie promised to resolve things peacefully with him so she and Chris could go home. Lancer ran ahead to prepare his dad for discussions, while Susie freed her teammates. With Susie now open to resolving conflicts with words instead of axes, it was time to access a secret area through the elevator because one guy in my chat kept insisting on it. We found this locked door with a voice on the other side asking to play a game with us, and after agreeing to, they told us to go find the key hidden from the eyes. You know how I glossed over what Chris and Ralze were doing in the forest? At some point while we were exploring, a hidden path led us to a shard for some kind of key. With this new info, we gathered the remaining shards from a shifty salesman and a chest behind a puzzle, and used a local blacksmith to smash the shards back into one. Fun fact, he could also put our bodies back together if requested. We then returned to the strange door and used the key to open a way in. Inside, we found a jester eager to play his game. And thus began the worst hour of my life.
Jesus. What? What the hell? Oh my god. Jesus Christ, this guy's insane. How tired does this guy need to be? Oh my god. God, stupid club bullshit. God, there's so many! Oh my... Fucking kill me. This is... come on. Stop! Oh my god, I'm gonna kill someone. This fucking... Oh, great, Chris is... Oh, Chris is already down! Oh my god, this is awesome! I'm going to kill myself. God damn it! Just kill me. Just kill me. This is already off to a horrible start. Try again. Okay, kill me. Just kill me. Just fucking kill me. Okay, just restart. Just restart me. Just kill me. Oh shit, he's sleepy! I need Roselle up! Roselle, wake up, please! God damn it! We need Roselle up. We need Chris up. Susie can go down. If it comes to it, Susie's the one that can go down. Oh! Chris lives! Pacify him! Yes! Let's go!
After surviving the first circus of hell, walking through the castle was honestly quite relaxing. We made more friends, had puzzle time with the butler, and partook in some team bonding exercises before it was time to confront Lancer's father. Lancer was already trying to soften him up for potential negotiations, but the king was having none of it. With dialogue clearly out the window, Lancer made his escape, and we quickly drew our weapons.
Who the hell do you think you are? To my people, I am a hero. To you, I'm the bad guy. Holy shit! Here we go.
Yeah, I'll be honest, the guy tired out pretty freaking quick. He requested there be a peaceful solution, and Ralze eagerly agreed, even healing him back up to full health to show our new allyship. Oh wow, who could have seen that coming? With everyone on the brink, Chris protected Susie from a final blow, making them the target of King's wrath. Susie completed her friendship arc by revealing her eyes and defending Chris just long enough for Lancer to perform a full-on mutiny, condemning King to a timeout until he learned his lesson. Lancer took his place as the new king, and Chris and Susie could head home. But before they did, Rousey had a surprise for us.
It's a goat friend! Oh my god!
Chris and Susie entered the castle and used Chris's soul to seal the fountain before finding themselves in the school's unused classroom. Heading outside revealed they were gone the entire day. Susie decided to just head home, but not before asking Chris to go back to the Dark World the next day. We took some time to explore the town, meeting new faces and getting reacquainted with some old ones, before heading back home ourselves.
It's a toilet. Flush it? Yes! You flushed the toilet. This game is awesome! Let's see the end of this. Here we go. You decided to go to bed. Why are we wait? Whoa! Chris? Oh. Chris is sleepwalking. Chris is sleepwalking. Why is Chris sleepwalking? No. No.
When the light is running low,
What the fuck?
That can't be good.
It's what they call you. Didn't I used to say it's you?
It was another normal day in the world where Chris went to class, fell asleep to a nerd's rambling, and then joined Susie in jumping into the abyss while doing cool flips and landing superhero style. When the hell did they practice this? The two met Rousey in his still abandoned town, who tasked Chris with retrieving everything from the unused classroom. After making a great ball of junk and jumping back down, everything turned into sparkles and transformed the town into the much more active Scout Town. Rousey explained that anyone we spared could be recruited to the town, allowing it to expand. He also presented us with a gift, our own rooms in the castle. While they were both great in their own ways, nothing could compete with Lancer's door.
Why is Lancer's door squishy?
Sadly, real-world responsibilities beckoned, and Chris and Susie returned to the light world to go work on their school project. The two of them had received an invite from Noelle, a fellow classmate, to do research at the library with her project partner. Well, actually, she had invited Susie and added on Chris as an afterthought, but I wasn't gonna get in the way of what was happening here. We made our way over, but found the library deserted. It became apparent why when Susie opened the computer lab doors to see a new Dark World entrance. Looks like school was gonna have to wait. This new Dark World had a more electronic appearance, showing that Dark Worlds reflected the areas they were created in. We quickly found Noelle, whose new look gave me some Elsa vibes, but she was nabbed right in front of our eyes as the world's ruler showed herself.
Who the fuck are you? Oh, bitch. Who the hell are you? I am known as serial number Q5U4EX7YY2E9N, but you foolish children may call me Queen. Fuck yourself. She looks like a xenomorph from Alien. Really? She looks like she's from Alien, you say? Sad to see she's so isolated. Are you saying that she is an alien who's isolated? That's a strange thing to say, Marlo.
Despite Susie's insistence, Queen felt we weren't worth fighting, and instead displayed her ability to assimilate others to her cause by sticking wires on their faces! Luckily, Rousey arrived just in time to pacify our foes, as he had felt the presence of a new dark fountain. So the gang was reunited for another fountain sealing. The team caught up to Queen, who was trying to recruit Noelle, and using the form technique we learned from Lancer, defeated her in a game of Punch-Out and forced her to retreat. I'm not even joking. I don't know how Toby got away with putting this in. This new Dark World turned out to be called Cyberworld, and it was much more expansive than Kingsland. I'm admittedly a huge tech nerd, so exploring Cyberworld was a blast. You could cure virus monsters, make back alley deals involving blue checkmarks, and get squashed from buying 400 bagels. Although, our party mates were still completely useless when it came to solving puzzles. The world was also vastly more entertaining, like when a battle against 3 DJs turned into a whole dance video that even I was getting involved in. Or the multiple rides around the place, like the spinning teacups on screws and the roller coaster with personalized carts. Too bad Queen had to swoop in and ruin all the fun. First by trying to get Noelle to fight us, but after she and Susie had a friendly discussion over their cars, she brought in the backup.
Okay, this isn't working. Bring in the nice guy. Now I want to kill him.
So this is Birdley, one of Chris's classmates. Earlier interactions showed his clear superiority complex around his intelligence, so I immediately had a strong distaste for him. He was also Noelle's project partner and got sucked into the cyberworld with her. Great. Anyways, the smart boy was simping hard for Queen, so we bashed him out of the way before learning too late that Queen never actually finished the roller coaster. Luckily, we landed in a trash pile and continued on foot. We reached a fork, and Rousey felt we would cover more ground splitting up. Susie got sick of Chris making all the decisions and dragged Rousey away, leaving us to our own devices. We found Noelle hiding from Queen and Birdley, and after making truces with each of them to cover for her, we decided to continue forward as allies. She turned out to be an incredible companion, as I could utilize her fear of mice to smash through puzzles. Hey, it's more than the nothing my other friends were doing. In return, we handled Queen and Birdley so she wouldn't be found, though we did get a little help from her high-quality disguises. We also may have dropped hints that she and Susie could hang out more. You know, just helping a friend out. Unfortunately, we couldn't avoid Queen forever, mainly because she was avoiding Birdley, and we ended up in a traffic jam with her that Chris was tasked with clearing up. On our way around, we ran into a businessman with a very unique way of speaking.
Looks like you're all alone on a late night. All your friends abandoned you to the slime. You are? Why be that little sponge who hates its $4.99 life? When you can be a big shot! Big shot! Big shot! Well, have I got a deal for you? All you have to do is show me. You're heart-shaped object. You're light nerd, aren't you? You've got that light. Why don't you show it off? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is going on?
I don't really know what was happening. I think there were negotiations going on, and we kept rejecting demands to buy things, but eventually a deal was made, and Spampton told Chris to meet him back in the trash area at some point. Alone.
And don't forget to like and subscribe for more hyperlink blocked. Yeah, hey, all of you who are watching this video right now, you better like and subscribe too. I feel so gross for doing that.
And then, he was gone. We cleared up the traffic and Queen headed out, but not before revealing her care for Noelle. Chris and Noelle soon reunited with Rousey and Susie, and Noelle was invited to join our squad. With this team, nothing could stand in our way. The two lazy heads even learned how to help with puzzles. Soon, we spotted the entrance to Queen's mansion, only to find the owner waiting for us. She demanded Noelle return to her side, and threatened to harm Birdley if she refused. Not wanting her project partner to be hurt, Noelle surrendered to Queen.
My splendorous queen, there you are. Phew, I looked in every used game store for you. Oh, Noelle, are you okay? You look a little funny.
Okay, plan B.
Queen shoved everyone in a cage and locked us up in personalized rooms based around our search history. Because privacy means nothing to the internet. Susie had no guards to persuade this time, but we had something up our sleeve. Or more specifically, in our pocket.
Miss me? Because I miss you. I was simply relaxing in Chris's spacious panthole.
Okay, why'd you have to say it with that face, Lancer? We need Lancer, wording, Lancer, phrasing, Lancer, no!
Before we left Scout Town to do homework, Lancer decided to join us in our pocket and had been dancing around there the entire time. Lancer overloaded the system, freeing us from our cages, but after we escaped our rooms, he started to get weak. Even worse, Birdley decided to work with us to save Noelle, as he had been betrayed and lied to by Queen. The following puzzles exposed cracks in Birdley's identity as the smartest student, and after Susie figured out a puzzle before him, Birdley broke. He explained he had gained his reputation after defeating Noelle in a spelling bee, but that was only because she froze on the word December. Noelle had been helping him study in secret to maintain his status. She was the actual smartest kid. To his surprise, no one really cared about this confession and accepted him for the idiot he truly was. Ralsei then showed up, but he couldn't prevent Lancer from becoming a statue, as Darkners could not survive outside their original Dark World. Scout Town was an exception due to its grand fountain, so if we returned Lancer there, we could save him. Now more determined than ever, we began to climb up Queen's mansion to reach the fountain. She had prepared a gauntlet for us, navigating past fire-breathing paintings, crazed dogs under tables, and butlers who would not allow the pottery to be disrespected. Eventually, Birdley took Susie through a secret passage to get Noelle from her room, leaving Ralsei and Chris to cross an acid lake. Alone. In a giant swan boat.
Chris? Hey, Chris? Is it strange to say it's nice spending time alone with you like this?
Our day was briefly interrupted by Rules Card, but after defeating him in a tiny house battle, he also succumbed to the statue curse, and we got our souvenir photo from the ride. After that, it was time to check on the other couple. The other side of the team. Susie found Noelle just in time to save her from Queen's minions, and the two had a bittersweet conversation about dreams and Noelle's belief that she wasn't cool enough for the real Susie. They then made their escape on a nearby Ferris wheel. The same one Noelle imagined riding with Susie back in the city. Susie handed Noelle off to Birdley so he could take her to safety, and rejoined Chris and Ralsei on the mansion's roof to challenge Queen. We were confident her plans were foiled, but Queen revealed Birdley, assimilated, which meant Noelle was in danger once again. A quick battle ensued, where we shattered Queen's battery acid shields and loosened the cable on Birdley's face enough for him to break free. Severely outnumbered, Queen enacted her retreating protocol.
Oh no, what that? Queen really ran like Robbie Rotten, of all things.
We followed Queen across the roof, where she talked about a knight who created the dark fountain that formed the cyber world. She had realized all Lightners could do so, as they all had the power of determination. Yep, we're doing this again, y'all. Queen wanted Noelle to create a new dark fountain to expand the cyber world outside the confines of the computer lab. Though I don't know why she needed to string Noelle up like Jesus Christ himself to do that. Susan made clear her feelings of that plan, but Queen would not go down easy. Turns out the giant statue in her mansion was actually a giant robot. With a single slam, Queen sent the team plummeting off the roof. But Birdley saved the day with the now flying coaster train, and he had brought backup. Using elements from everyone we had befriended, we created the ultimate group project. A giant fighting duck robot.
Finally, a worthy opponent. We're gonna play the punching game. We're gonna play the punching game. We're gonna play the punching game with robots!
Round one.
Fight. Cringe. Nice. Get the fuck out of here. Kick her ass. Boom! There we go. Oh, Sage 2. She's mad. She's mad. Sage 2, she's mad. Ayaya. Aya. Ah, fuck! Stop laughing! What the hell? What the hell? Duck mode! Kick her ass! There we go. She's mad again. Stage 3, motherfuckers! Woohoo! Oh. I see the issue here. Stop laughing! That is cheating. That is cheating. Stop with it. Sucker punch, sucker punch, sucker punch. Hi-ya! How close is she to done? Oh, Chris, Susie, other guy, you've truly proven yourself to be a worthy opponent. You have earned the right to remember what your fighting machine's true purpose is. To get your own ass thrashed by me with my final attack. Aha, bye. Okay. God damn it. God damn it. She confused the fuck out of me. Oh, I see what's happening. What's happening here. Here we go. Put it right back in her. Come on. Come on. Oh! Home run! Listen well. You may have defeated me, but I still possess one thing. You three will never have. Detachable hands! What?
With our machine shattered and Queen's machine in critical condition, she threatened to end Susie unless Noelle made the Dark Fountain. But Noelle finally had had enough and stood up to her captor. Queen realized her error and told Noelle to choose the world that made her happy. Queen was defeated and Rousey was ready to seal the fountain. To his shock, Queen's words had echoed with everyone else's hearts as they preferred the Dark Worlds over the regular one. Birdley even prepared to make another Dark Fountain to expand the cyber world, but Rousey's panicked shouts stopped him, because Birdley was about to bring the Roaring. An event where dark fountains filled the sky. Titans would form to wreck the Earth. All darkness would turn to stone. And the Lightners would be left to survive an endless night.
Drops the most serious lore you could ever have in a game. You will plunge the entire world into darkness and we'll all die. Is that what you want? Oh damn, I did not know that. Like, holy shit!
Queen canceled her plans for world expansion, but accepted Rousey's invite to bring everyone to Scout Town. Chris and Susie sealed the second Dark Fountain and woke up with Noelle and Birdley in the library's computer lab. Whether the events were a dream or not, it clearly had left an impact. We returned to Scout Town to find Queen already settled in. We went to save, satisfied that Cyberworld had been fully dealt with. Well, almost fully. We still had a deal to complete. As requested, we returned to the trash area and found a door which we entered alone. The first step of the deal was to buy the keygen from Spampton, which we did at the low price of $2. Then use it to unlock the basement in Queen's mansion and retrieve something for him. We removed the electronic lock and headed into the basement, once again alone as Chris told their friends to stay back. The basement was creepy and hostile, and sometimes even deadly, but eventually we found an empty disc inside a broken down machine. Returning to Spampton's shop, the salesman transferred himself into the disc, but not before instructing Chris to place it back in the broken down machine once he had done so. It was clear where this was going, but I didn't understand Chris's desire to do this all alone. It was starting to make me uneasy. We returned to the basement, inserted the disc, and Spampton dropped down from the ceiling, now in a larger, more colorful body. But he was strung up like a twisted marionette. And that's when the full details of the deal were revealed. Spampton felt in order for him to be free, Chris had to give him, you guessed it, their soul. Luckily for Chris, Susie and Rousey got sick of waiting and showed up in time to stop the crazed businessman. But Spampton started up the Underground Railroad. Chris's soul morphed into yellow mode and destroyed Spampton's attack. I think it's safe to say at this time, the deal was off.
Aha! I had a feeling this is where this song came from. He's just being a silly little goober? I don't think so. Snap all. Everyone snapped wires. Oh, we're trying to cut him down. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm already down. Okay, so We just keep snapping. Every snap is 2%. How many snaps do I need to get in? I have to get 50 snaps at Jesus Christ. What? What, are you serious? It's for you. What do you mean? Oh my god! Look at my eyes! Look at my nose! Look at my mouth! I don't want to! My guy, I'm telling you, I don't want to. You are terrifying. Oh, okay. If we break him up and then he gets hurt. Nice. Okay, everyone snap. Friends? Chris, what are you talking about? You don't need friends. I can make my hands into phones. I don't want that though. Here's the thing. I don't want the fucking phones, my guy. Oh my god. Bro, chill. Okay. What? It's for me. Wait, what? He just hit himself. Why did he just hit himself? But just look, Chris. Look at the power of Neo and ask yourself, well, don't you want to be a big shot? Oh my god. Ultimate attack. Ultimate attack. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? Are we good? Everything snapped! All the wires were snapped! My wires! They're almost gone? Chris, you're gifting me my freedom? Chris, I understand now! The greatest deal of all! Friendship! Chris, my days as a long-nosed doll are over! Cut that wire and make me a real boy! Here I go! Watch me fly, mama! Oh. Wait, no. With his strings cut, Spamton could move no more, and the group could exit safely. Right near the entrance, however, Susie noticed Chris was shaking. The encounter had clearly struck some kind of chord. We returned to Scout Town, taking a few moments to welcome the new residents and Laughing King's face with Queen, before calling it a day. Susie had agreed to walk home with us, so we spent some time exploring the town with her. It had everything from confronting bullies, playing more matchmaker, and family drama. But eventually, we made it back to the house. Toriel came out just as Susie was preparing to leave, and was clearly excited to meet our new friend. Susie was invited to make a pie with Goat Mom, and Chris went to wash their hands while they got started. This gave Chris the perfect opportunity to start soul ripping again, shoving it under the sink before sneaking out the window. After a short while, they returned and reinserted their soul, but I had a theory as to where they were going. My theory, and I know we're not going to get this confirmed, my theory is that Chris is the knight and is going to open the dark fountains. Like, I feel like Chris is the one opening the dark fountains around town. The pie was nearly done by the time Chris returned, and Susie was ready to head home, but Toriel suddenly asked if Susie wanted to spend the night. Chris and Susie got settled on the couch, preparing for a full night of sleepover activities. But after the long day they had, the two very quickly fell asleep. Officer? Officer? Thank goodness, I finally got through. I thought I saw someone prowling around outside. And when I checked our car, the tires looked like they'd been slashed. She saw Chris walking around. Chris, stop it. Chris, no, Chris, cut that shit! If I see red eyes, okay. I fucking know it! I fucking called it! And that is where Deltarune currently sits.
Overall, I feel Deltarune is on its way to surpassing Undertale. The music is still beautiful, the characters are just as charming, and the story so far had me hooked from beginning to cliffhanger. There is so much I couldn't keep in, including many amazing interactions around the town, so if you want to see my reactions to everything, the VODs are currently up on my Twitch VODs channel. I also want to say so much about what I think of Deltarune, but I'll save all of that for when the game is completed. So, basically, what I'm saying is...
Where's Chapter 3, Toby? People have been waiting a couple years for this shit. I've only been waiting a couple months, and I'm already losing my mind. I've read all the theories, Toby. I listened to the soundtrack 5 times over, Toby. Do you see what you've done to me? I thought I was out, and then you've drawn me back in, and now I need more, Toby. Where's Chapter 3, Toby?